Hi everyone, welcome back to Tabletop Modern Miniatures, and I thought today we'd have a quick look at the minis that I'm going to be using for my games of Haywire. So I've got a few from a few various companies just to take a look at, see how they compare. Most are painted and based. There's a few that aren't based and obviously some that aren't painted, but let's get into it and take a look. So first up, we're going to have a look at some minis from Spectre Operations or Spectre Miniatures, and specifically it's the Task Force Assault element. So this is the first one up. If we can get it into focus, let's try. There we go. So yeah, we've got one of four. So this pack comes in with four included. And I've chosen to do if you can see it on camera, a sort of a multicam pattern, and a sort of a typical weapon, sort of gunmetal type colour, with some tan sort of accessories. And I think it's turned out quite well in terms of scale and size and things like that. It seems to be pretty on par with the majority of stuff that I've got. So yeah, I'll just show you the rest quickly. 3 are based, 1 isn't. So yeah, to be honest, I'm pretty impressed. When they first started making minis, or I think the ones that I had the very first few that I had, they were metal, and the quality certainly has changed since they've gone to the resin printers. There's a lot more detail, and it feels like they're a little bit easier to paint. And then this is the last one from that range, and this one just needs basing. But again, they're all pretty cool. They did actually helpfully, so you might notice that the stock, I think, on this one doesn't quite look right. They did send me some spare weaponry, because I think the ones that they printed out, they kind of identified were a little bit lacking in strength. So yeah, that was quite good of them to send those out. And then I've got one more from them, which is an undercover operator. So this comes as a 2-pack. You get one that is try and get the track in. There we go. One that is quite blatantly the undercover operative, and then you've got a second where they've broken cover, and they've gone into a sort of an offensive stage. So that will be utilised in the games. So that's it from Spectre. We'll take a look at some of the other brands. So next one, we'll take a look at some minis from Empress Miniatures. Now these are there we go. These are metal figures, and I can't remember exactly the packs that I've got. I think it made sense for me to get. You can buy almost like a multi-pack of various single packs that they sell. I think it works out slightly cheaper. But this one again is part of a 2-pack. I think from memory, or maybe it's not actually. I've just attached this sniper rifle to the back, so he can then deploy and change into this when he becomes a sniper. So again, that's just a separate base that I've added those bits to. And then the last 2 from this American range from Empress is this guy. So he's kind of, I've used him as the team leader. He's a little bit different. No helmet, different carbine. But again, yeah, I just use him as the team leader. And then the last one, just to show you, from the sort of American Special Forces type range, is this chap here. Again, metal. I think it's noticeable when you look at the face. I don't know if we can get focused in enough on the face, but it's just the details. I think it lacks some details. The resin stuff just seems to be above and beyond quality wise. And then I have got a few Taliban fighters from Empress as well. Again, metal, but they're pretty good quality, to be fair. It's, again, just comparing it with that resin stuff, there really is a noticeable difference. But nonetheless, they're still pretty cool. So the next lot, these are not based, but these are from a company called White Dragon Miniatures. I'd not heard of them before, so I thought I'd give them a go. So these are Russian soldiers. Now, I don't really know how I'm going to fit these in with my theme at the minute, because I've only really got sort of Afghan type compounds, but you never know, I might just make up a scenario that gets these guys involved. These can be the sort of the hardcore force that I'll come up against. But yeah, these guys are pretty cool. We've got another option here. Camera has a hard time trying to pick up the there we go, it's probably a little bit too close. Yeah, we got this guy here with a sort of underslung grenade launcher, and then we've got this guy with an RPG. So these are resin, and again, I just really dropping things all over the place. I really can see the difference of detail when it comes to resin versus metal. So the next few that I've got are from a company called Patrick Miniatures. Now, when you look on their website, they have got a lot to offer. These are still unbased, unpainted, but interestingly, so I bought a modern British. There we go, a modern British force. And immediately when I open them, I've got a feeling that these have been printed in the wrong scale, because if you look at the, so this is PMC Alpha on their website, and this one that I'm holding in front of you now is the modern British Infantry. They both say 28mm on them, but when you put this one directly next to it, it's probably not the best one to show you crouched down, but it is noticeably different. So I wonder if the British one has been printed in slightly the wrong scale, or maybe just the scale is off. But that's not to say I won't use it. I will use it. It'll just look a little bit smaller than the rest of the models. But again, detail-wise, so we've got a few others here. The British, we can see all the details on the kit and the equipment and things like that. So I think they look pretty cool. And then just to show you those PMC Alphas, we've got these two. They're a part of I think it was a 5 or 6 man team. But yeah, again, the detail is there. It's pretty cool. I think they look good. And then the last one's from Patrick Miniatures. It's titled Nairobi Operator with Dogs. So the guy, Christian Craighead, the ex-SF SAS guy, so this one is modelled on him. It's got the same sort of weapon system and the kit that he was seen on the news doing his thing. And I know he didn't have a dog, however, this kit does come with a dog, or 2 dogs in fact. There's 2 variants. From a very quick look, all I can really see is, I think, looking, one has got, looks like it's some sort of goggles. This one on the left of the screen looks like it's got some sort of doggy goggles. So yeah, comes with 2 dogs. And then when you buy something from Patrick Miniatures, it does come with a load of bases. And then finally, I've got a number of these sort of objective type tokens. If I can get it into focus, there we go. So I've got a number of these. They are from Spectre Operations, I believe. So I've still got them just to paint up, and again, they'll just be objectives or even just scatter terrain to make the board look a little bit better. But again, their detail, very good. It's all resin. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with those. So I've still got some work to do in terms of painting stuff up, but I think we have got enough to keep us going, and we've got enough certainly to start playing the game. So hopefully the next video I do will be a little bit of a board setup and show and tell, speak through, just to see what I've got. I've obviously got more stuff to do. As I said before, this is a brand new thing for me, so it's all a work in progress, and I'm learning as I'm going. In the painting, I'm learning. In fact, that was what I was going to say. The multicam that I used for these guys, there was a really good demonstration on the Spectre Operations YouTube channel. They do a really good video tutorial that you can kind of follow along, pause it when you need to, and then carry on. It tells you all the paints you need and the sort of the methods. Does a really good job of talking you through it. So that's what I used for that, was the Spectre Operations multicam painting tutorial. So as I said, we will do another video that covers the board setup, just to look at what I've got. And again, as always, if you've got any tips, if you've got any ideas, you've got any suggestions, give us a comment, and just tell me what you know, what you can suggest, and as you know, every little helps. So thanks very much, thanks for watching, and keep a lookout for the next video going over the stuff for the tabletop. Cheers, bye bye.